slowly moves camera's office door. Distant audio, Chris finishing up a phone call grows louder as camera approaches the door.
All right, now you lean in and like this.
Yeah, like that. Let's do like that.
I can't put my finger on it. I'm not feeling myself today, doctor. We have the gala tonight, Jack Brait's video.
Did anyone say Jack Brait?
Jean, do you know, is the video ready?
It must be. This is the video.
Jack actually came to us when he was a student still in school. He interned with us for a while, and we found that he had a number of great skills and strengths that we decided we wanted to bring him on as a regular employee.
So my name is Thomas Kappeler. My title is President. I'm President of Ravensburger North America. Jack would count as one of our super fans. Why do people puzzle? Like what's the motivation for actually getting into puzzles? What drives them?
I'm 26 years old and people's talents are different.
You really need to be able to focus on what you're doing.
I'm very lucky to be a rare autistic person. Everyone is different.
I love that he dreams big. Everything's big.
Yeah, I mean, he's my buddy. He does love his puzzles and his computer work.
They're amazed, couldn't believe their eyes.
He wanted to be the first person in the world to do all of them.
12 world's largest puzzles.
Some people have this amazing ability of seeing a piece on the table, seeing a shape of something, and knowing exactly where this is going to go in a puzzle.
Yeah, it's impressive to watch, and especially with the speed and how his eyes work and how, how he just, his fingers, how he can move them around so quickly and his eyes looking all over the board. I tell you, it's truly amazing.
The puzzle I'm most proud of is the 60,000 piece puzzle, the current biggest puzzle in the world. And my favorite one is the 52,110 piece jungle puzzle. It's at Franklin Park Zoo in Boston.
I understand you're both camera shy, but you're gonna be okay facing the camera. You're gonna be great.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm Jack's younger sister, or one of his younger sisters.
And I'm Bella. I'm the other sister.
The other sister.
Gabby is only 16 months younger than Jack, so she was in school at the same time as Jack and a lot of overlapping friends. And when Jack was younger, it was a lot more challenging going out socially. There were just some limitations that made everything a little bit of a chance. How long will we be able to stay at an event or things like that. She's got a very, very kind heart, and she's so good with him and patient with him.
Jack has definitely shaped the person that I am. I definitely appreciate people's passions and hobbies and the things that make everyone different and maybe even a little weird. I think we're all a little bit weird, and it's awesome because if we were all the same, life would be so boring.
Bella is a lot younger than Jack, so they weren't in school together. And, he looks at her like a little sister.
I would say Jack made me a better person from being able to understand something from a different perspective, and that everyone has different challenges in their lives, and, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Look at the circle.
All right, look at the circle. That's a good spot. All right, right there. I think the first time I met Jack, I went to his house to meet him with a therapist that was working in the home. Jack's parents were very supportive of the program and offered a lot of support to the school system, bringing in therapists and outside people to help us really get a program that was going to be beneficial to not just Jack, but all the future Jacks that were coming behind.
Well, Kim is where it all started. When he was of age to go to school, most of the kids with his diagnosis were sent to collaboratives or private schools. And Bob and I felt really strongly that we wanted Jack to be educated with his peers in the neighborhood school. And so they were, at the time, trying to put a program together, and Kim was going to be the teacher. So she gave us feedback about what she thought might be helpful for Jack. And it started as a professional relationship and grew into a beautiful friendship where she really is his biggest cheerleader.
I work with youths, adults, children, people who are anywhere on the neurodivergent spectrum. So the autism spectrum or anywhere with neurodivergency.
She was an aide in the classroom, and she just had sort of a natural connectedness.
And Jack was one of my first people that I ever got to provide services to.
She worked with him at home. She worked with him at Road to Responsibility as one of his first support staff.
The understanding of autism back in the day was it was like something that we had to like fix or correct, and we don't think that way anymore. Neurodivergency and autism is often a gift, and that society needs to kind of catch up.
Some parents aren't ready for the diagnosis, and we just kind of wait and give them what they need. But a lot of the parents aren't very comfortable with kids with special needs. I've been blessed just to have a really supportive team with me, because I only have them for a short time. It's the parents really, they're going to have them the rest of their lives. So it's really making sure the parents understand they're the captain of the team and we're just, one of the players on that journey.
I am his therapist for CBT. It's cognitive behavioral therapist. We do talk through things and we look at perspective and we look at irrational thoughts, but we have goals.
Sean started as his aide in elementary school, and he went on to be one of his Road to Responsibility aides.
We go over potential variables. What things are the positives that we're looking forward to? What are the negatives that could happen, and what can we do if they do happen?
They have to do some, strategizing amongst the team. He's always the one that steps up and says, okay, well, I'll be the heavy. I'll say this, or I'll present this, or I'll do that. Sometimes, Jack and Sean have their inside jokes and their own little funny times together, and they like to make some time. They go to the gym every week together so that it's not all about the hard stuff, and that's a tricky balance, but we are grateful that Sean's willing to do that.
Jack sets very high goals. He has wonderful skills and he works very hard at it.
Gene has learned a lot about psychology in the last few years, I would say.
He does have a wonderful support team that comes in, and he also has the girls from job placement working with him as well.
Kate, do you know what time it is? It's time to play Movie Mania! Pick a year from this fishbowl, and I'll tell you what I know about movie facts from that year.
1991.
Right, that year's Best Picture Oscar winner was The Silence of the Lambs, which was the first horror and only horror movie to win Best Picture. That movie also won Best Directing for Jonathan Demme, Best Actor for Anthony Hopkins, Best Actress for Jodie Foster, and Best Adapted Screenplay for Ted Talley.
Wow, that's amazing.
I would like to present you this Movie Mania Award.
This is awesome. I love it. I would like to thank everybody in the finance department, especially Jack.
1945.
1945. That year's Best Picture Oscar winner was The Lost Weekend by Paramount Pictures, which also won Best Directing and Best Actor. And that year's Best Actress Oscar was Joan Crawford, I believe, but the movie was Mildred Pierce.
You'd do anything for money, wouldn't you? Even blackmail.
I would like to present you this Movie Mania Award.
Thank you so much. I love it. Thank you to everybody at RTR, and thank you for letting me play this game with you. It was fun.
1990.
That year's Best Picture Oscar winner was Dances with Wolves, which also won Best Directing for Kevin Costner. And that year's Best Actor Oscar was Jeremy Irons for Reversal of Fortune. That year's Best Supporting Actor was Joe Pesci for Goodfellas.
What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
And that year's Best Supporting Actress for Whoopi Goldberg and Best Original Screenplay was Ghost.
No way.
That's amazing, Jack.
Thanks for playing, Gene. I would like to present you this Movie Mania Award.
Thank you, Jack. Well, I'd like to thank Jack and all of his team.
Jack and I met when he was about 6.5 years old. His parents brought him up to Loon to give him an opportunity to ski. They loved to ski, but Jack had not skied before.
Well, Jack started at Loon in New England Disabled Sports when he was 6. Kim was his preschool teacher, and she kept saying, oh, Jack would do really well, you should bring him up.
I grew up skiing at Loon Mountain with my family, and then when I went to college, my father stopped paying for my season pass, so I got a job as a ski instructor. And through my role as a ski instructor, we started bringing more and more kids into our program with special needs.
Me and Jack met at Loon, but it was in the ski season of 2003-2004 when I was 6.5, almost 7 years old.
We skied every day, every vacation day, every weekend that he came up with his parents, and we formed a relationship where, you know, he trusted me and I trusted him.
It wasn't until skiing that he found a passion, and he was instantly good at it. I mean, the natural strength in his legs and his natural balance. He's got such natural balance.
But, you know, he loved skiing. He really did. And the group that he was in was all skiers, so he was integrated rather than segregated, and that worked greatly for him.
Everyone knows Jack. Everyone in the town knows Jack. Everyone on the mountain. He has a lot of independence there.
Probably the most independent at Loon Mountain than he is anywhere else in the world.
I was approached by Gene in the office, just asking to walk with Jack initially, but we turned it kind of into let's run together, because I knew Jack was running the Falmouth Road Race as well, so we decided every Friday after my meeting that we would run. I knew Jack just from around the office, of course, but I didn't know how amazing of a person he was, how talented he was, how driven he is. You have to admire that for sure.
Good luck, honey. Love you. You're gonna do great.
I was excited, but it was there was thousands and thousands of people cheering, and I was very excited to run, and it was unexpectedly easy for me, not hard. And I saw my mom at the finish line. I keep running to the finish. Looked at her, keep running to the finish.
And we've been very, very fortunate to be able to give him the services he needs.
But we're lucky we were able to find really good people. We have a community that supports him both in Marshfield and up at Loon, which allows him to have social connectedness and gives him opportunities that maybe other families unfortunately may not have access to. And I think that having an organization like RTR willing to take a chance on someone like Jack has made all the difference.
Amazing. I honestly never thought he'd be in a place where he'd have a full-time job.
It takes everyone involved in a person's life to surround them and to help support them through the highs and lows that go along with being in the world of work.
So grateful because it's not always easy, and we recognize there are challenges, and they work with us and with his helpers, and they just have such a positive attitude about his abilities, and they seem to really embrace him there, and we couldn't ask for more in terms of a work situation.
A big part of what we do that helps make Road to Responsibility successful is that we see the strengths that each individual brings. It's not magic, it's just being able to identify what a person can do and then putting them in a position to succeed. And Jack's a great example of that.